This is a video on Python type hints, and Python type hints are just one of the easiest way that you can increase your productivity. So they will help you avoid bugs and save you lots of time while writing the Python code. And let me show you this by an example. So let's say if I have a function is even, and it takes an integer and returns if it is even or not. So it will return true or false. So let's write the code. I will say it is even, return true, else we will return false, and that is it. Now let's say you want to call this function and accidentally, instead of passing an integer, you passed a string. Now you don't know that you have accidentally passed a string. Actually now you know because I have told you, but let's say if there were two variables and another variable is an integer, and instead of passing C you accidentally pass B. Now you don't know until you run the code, which might be in the production, but you can avoid this issue if you type hint it and tell your IDE. In this case I'm using Visual Studio Code, but you can use any IDE. It should be configured to support Python type hints, but once it is configured, you can, as soon as you specify that A should be integer, it will show me an error, and the error says that you cannot assign this string to integer, and if I pass C, then the error goes away. So you can see like there is a red line at the bottom of the character which shows that there is an error, and this is pretty much it. So by using type hint, you will tell your IDE about what the type of a particular variable should be, and in return IDE will tell you if you have made any mistake. So another example is you can also type hint return values of a function, and that you will do by adding a dash sign, then greater than, and then writing the type. So that right now we are returning a boolean, so I will write that, and if I write int, then it will show me an error. Oh sorry, so the booleans are kind of an integer, as true is 1 and false is 0, but if I type str here, then it shows me error that it cannot be assigned to return type of str. And yeah, I think that's the general idea. So type hint syntax is pretty similar. So if you are assigning a variable, let's say A is a variable, then you will add a colon and then add the type that you want. So it is a string, so let's put a string here, and the same in the function arguments, but it is a little bit different for function return types, but this is also pretty simple. And now let's see how we will type hint a little bit complex data structures like list and dictionary. So I'll start with a simpler example. Let's say if we have a variable, we have a variable A and it is a list of integers. How will I type hint it? How will I tell Python that it should stay list of integer? So right now if I make it a string, it won't show me an error, and I want to tell that A should always be list of integers. How do I tell that? I can tell that it should be list by writing colon list. Now if I try to add a string, then it will tell me that it is a string and you cannot add it to, you cannot assign it to a list. That makes sense. But still, if I assign a list of string, it won't show me an error, because all I have told is that it should be a list. I haven't told that it should be a list of integers. Now how do I do that? For that we will need to take help of a Python module named typing. So it is built in, so you don't need to install it, and from there you can import list. So list is a type, and the way you will use it is you will add the list here. This is similar, but you can add a bracket and add the type for the inner elements. So as soon as you do this, you are saying that A is a list of integers, and now it will show me the error that list of string cannot be assigned to list of integers. Same thing can be done for dictionaries, but in dictionaries there are two types. one is for key and the other is for value. So you can do, let's say key is integer and the value should be strings. So you will type first the type of key, then the type of value, like this. Oh, so dict will also come from the typing module, like this. And there is also one more type, which is union. Union is to combine two types. So let's say if a can be string or integer, then you will use union. This will also come from typing module. And if it is string or integer, you can assign integer to it, and you can also assign string to it, like this. And there could be multiple, like there could be, you can add float and others too. So that was on different types, and now I will show you one interesting feature from the typing module, which is type checking. So type checking, if I print type checking, it is always false. If I run the code, it will be false, always false. But if I check this from my IDE, it will be always true. And this is the exact use case of this variable. So if you do if type checking, then import something from somewhere, let's say a equal to 3, or let's better do print type checking 2. Now this will never get printed because type checking is false when you run the code, right? So a equal to 3, and if I do print a will never get printed. There will be an error that a is not defined because this is false. But the IDE won't tell me that this is an error, because according to IDE, type checking is true. Now you might ask, where is this helpful? And this is helpful if you have a second module and you want to import something from there. So let's say I want to import the module second, but only for type hints. So let me have a concrete example. Let's say second has a class, and the class is pretty much empty. It doesn't do anything, and I want to use that class as argument of a function, something like print my class, and it takes that class in, and just prints that print a. All it does is this. Now we want to specify that a should only be this class. How can we specify that using type int? I can do colon and then second dot a. So that says that the type of a should be this class, this particular class that we have defined in the another module. Now if I run this, it will show me an error. It says that second is not defined. Why? Because at the runtime it won't import anything because this is false. To get around that, I can make it a string. So still IDE knows that second is a module and a is a class, but when I'm running this, it is a string. So it won't tell me that second is not defined because this is a string, right? So this is one of the features that you can type hint things using the string annotation. So you can do int3 and it will still be treated as an integer. And yeah, so basically type checking can be used to avoid cyclic dependencies. If second.py imports first and first imports second, then you can use type checking to get the types but not actually import it at the runtime. And yeah, that's the pretty much only use of type checking. Now I would also like to show you some documentation which will be helpful if you want to see something for yourself, if there are new features. So you can search for Python type checking, and I mostly prefer the official docs. And here you will find most of the things that I have talked about and many new things. So I think this is helpful. Great. And that was pretty much it on type hinting. And now I will talk about how to set this up in VS Code. So search for Python extension, install the one that is by Microsoft, and then go to settings. In settings, search for type checking, and you will find that it is off by default, but I keep it at the basic level. If it is off by default, then it won't show me many errors. So if I do my function and a is an integer, let's say, and if I pass a string to it, it doesn't show me the error because type checking is off. If I turn it to basic, then it will show me the error. And then there is the strict version, which will force you to type check everything, and errors like this, like union is not used. I think strict is little bit verbose, but you can decide based on your use case. So I prefer basic. And for other IDEs, you can search for Pythite support. So let's say you search Pythite NeoVim support, and you will find something related to that IDE. So you don't necessarily need to use Python. And Pythite can be also used from CLI, so you don't necessarily need any IDE. And that is pretty much it for this video. See you in the next one.